Why is it that so much of Netflix content for children promotes a transgender ideology? Almost half of your content for I'm talking about minor children now, I'm not talking about teenagers. Minor children promotes a transgender ideology agenda. I was just looking at the data here from your various series. And what concerns me is just 2 days ago, a jury in New York awarded a former transitioner $2 million.
Senator Josh Hawley confronted Netflix CEO Ted Sarandos over what he described as a growing cultural influence inside children's programming.
Why is it that so much of Netflix content for children promotes a transgender ideology? Almost half of your content for I'm talking about minor children now, I'm not talking about teenagers. Minor children promotes a transgender ideology agenda. I was just looking at the data here from your various series. And what concerns me is just 2 days ago, a jury in New York awarded a former transitioner $2 million because she said that her psychologists and others pressured her they pushed on her an ideology that proved to be extremely detrimental. I'm sure you know that in the UK, the National Health Service in the UK has said that they're not going to perform transgender surgeries or any longer so-called gender-affirming care for minors, including in counseling, because it is so incredibly detrimental. Our own HHS has come forward with similar findings this past year, yet if you turn on Netflix, you'll find that an enormous amount, and I say this as a parent with 3 young children, an enormous amount of your children's programming has this ideology and agenda in it. Is this an advocacy position for Netflix? Is this an ideological commitment you have? I mean, why is this?
Senator Hawley, Netflix has no political agenda of any kind. I would tell you that.
Well, then why is your children's program so full of this highly sexualized, highly controversial agenda? I don't understand it. It seems strange to me.
Respectfully, sir, it's because it's inaccurate. We have millions of hours of children's programming.
You're saying it's not there. You don't have trans. You don't feature trans characters, trans storylines, trans themes. It's not in your programming.
I'm saying we feature a wide variety of stories and programs to meet a wide variety of people's tastes.
Why is almost half of it? Why does almost half of your children's program feature this highly controversial, highly sexualized material? That just seems strange to me. It can't possibly be a reflection of the population.
Senator Hawley, I don't have any idea where that number would come from or what that would be. I don't believe that's been your personal experience. But I can't speak to that.
Well, what do you mean you don't think it's been my personal experience? You don't think that I monitor what my children watch on your... Here's what I tell you what my personal experience is since you bring it up. My personal experience is that my 3 children, I can't let them watch anything they want on Netflix. I can't let them watch anything on Netflix unless I preview it because I don't have confidence in what's on your platform. I don't know what they're going to encounter, and I tell you what, I don't want my kids being pushed an agenda about their sexuality or gender identity when I have not had the opportunity first to discuss it with them and to form them in that. And frankly, on behalf of parents around the country, it offends me that Netflix is pushing this content at parents in what seems to be a very coordinated, thought-through, planned-out agenda in a way that, frankly, I think undermines parents, certainly undermines me and my wife. We have to watch every show beforehand before we can let our kids watch it. Now, I don't know. That seems pretty concerning to me. I know you make a gob of money on it, and maybe that's the answer. But it just seems to me that it's a disservice to the parents of this country, particularly given what's happening with our youth on this subject.
Senator, if I may answer, like I said, we have millions of hours of content on Netflix at any given time. We have state-of-the-art tools for you to manage those choices for your children and to block any title that you might be offended by for any reason. So we are parents at Netflix as well. We share all your concerns about raising kids and also the ability to raise them as you see fit in your household and anyone else's household as well.
My concern is that you don't share my values or those of many other American parents, and you want the United States government to allow you to become one of the largest, if not the largest streaming monopolist in the world. I think we ought to be concerned about what content you're promoting.
The exchange spotlighted a broader national debate. Who decides what values reach young audiences in the age of streaming giants? Hawley raised alarms about the presence of gender identity themes in kids' content and questioned whether corporate entertainment platforms are quietly shaping social norms faster than parents can keep up. Hawley argued that many families now feel forced to pre-screen shows because they no longer feel confident letting children browse freely on major platforms. Sarandos pushed back, saying Netflix offers massive libraries and parental controls, emphasizing that the company has no political mission and simply reflects diverse storytelling. But critics say that answer misses the point. When a platform becomes a primary source of entertainment for millions of kids, it also becomes a cultural gatekeeper, whether it admits it or not. Add to that recent international and domestic concerns over youth gender treatment, and you can see why this conversation is hitting nerves across the country. For continuing coverage on media, politics, and culture, don't forget to subscribe.
My take? This isn't just about Netflix. It's about power, responsibility, and transparency. Parents deserve clarity about what's being presented to their children, and corporations that profit from young audiences shouldn't hide behind algorithms and content volume. At the same time, lawmakers need to move beyond headline-grabbing confrontations and focus on real solutions, like clearer ratings, stronger filters, and honest disclosure.